Welcome, Authentic Oracle 1111. This is your reading for the week. So before we begin, I'm going to ask that we're surrounded by pure white light. I'm going to ask your higher self to come forth today to give you the information that you need to hear for your highest good and the highest good of everyone else concerned. Okay, we're going to dive right in. Now, for those of you who haven't been watching my readings, this is what you do. You pick one of these specimens, and the one you pick will be the one you're reading for the week. So this week, I decided just a bundle of sage. Smells really good, great for cleansing, clearing. Pine cone, salt of the earth, grounding. And this wonderful feather that I just found on the property yesterday. Again, air, messages from heaven. So pick your item, and the one you pick will be your reading for the week. All right, so for those who pick the sage bundle, let's begin. See what's going on for you this week. Okay. New week, new start. Let's see. Okay. Mix that all up. Okay, so the card that comes up is hurt. Okay, so I don't know if you've been feeling hurt this week, or you may have hurt someone. So there's a lot of different aspects that this card can mean. And until I pull some more cards, we'll go in a little deeper and see why that's showing up for you. Okay. There's so many different ways, it's not just a physical pain. It can be emotional, spiritual, a lot of different things. Okay, so this is the empty nest. So this is about somebody leaving. Maybe kids are going off to school. It can feel like maybe somebody's taking a vacation and you're not going, or it's a feeling of somebody's leaving and you've been left behind. And this can be as simple as somebody going away for the weekend. It can also be about somebody who is leaving a job and you're going to miss them. But it feels like there is going to be a little bit of a separation somewhere. So that's why this is showing up in your reading for this week. It doesn't have to be anything as major, but it is showing up. What's interesting is that it's also under the sage bundle, which again is about clearing. So if somebody's leaving your environment, or let's say you've got an argument with somebody and there's some hurt feelings and you haven't talked to somebody lately, it's about clearing, cleansing. Always a good idea to sage your area after you've had a fight with somebody, or even if you're not sure what's going on with somebody and you're feeling a little confused or upset. Saging, clearing a space is an excellent way to change that energy. Let me go a little further with this though. And again, the hurt and empty nest can also just be about miscommunication of a conversation, and so maybe a text was taken the wrong way, and so you haven't talked to somebody. So that's what the empty nest is really about. Okay. Yes, it feels like it's has to do with some friendships or groups of people. So in this aspect, it can be either that there is some event that somebody is going to that you're not attending, or maybe haven't been invited to, or it can be just about miscommunication between somebody. So this week it's about being clear on what you're saying, and also trying not to take things too personally. Okay. Really good idea this week to clear the energy, clear the space. So change that energy up for you this week. All right. Okay. Pinecone people, let's see what's happening with you. Brag. Wow. Kind of like what happened last week. So brag is about either you talking up your talents. Let me see why this came up, because it's funny that came up last week in the same, but it was ego. So brag is coming up this week. Okay, so emotions. So this is talking about really playing up to your strengths and not holding back this week. Okay. It's almost like, you know, in a long time ago, it was, oh, women were supposed to be timid, or people were not supposed to be bragging and showing off and things like that. And so to promote yourself was considered not a good virtue. In this day and age, everybody is promoting themselves with social media and things like that. But for you this week, it's tied up in a lot of different things. Um, it's talking about, really promoting those wonderful talents you have this week, really putting yourself out there, okay? That it would be a good time to really shine this week and show yourself, let people know who you are and what you're all about this week for you. Okay. And sometimes it's really hard. It's emotional. It's to put yourself out there. And this comes in a lot of different aspects. This can come in work. This can come in dating. This can come in even finances, But let me see. Yes, it says if you put yourself out there, brag a little bit about what you need to do, you're going to be getting offers. Okay. So let's say if you are looking for a job, this is about really pushing it further, going a step further in your job search. Maybe really promoting yourself with a great letter of recommendation, or really doing a good cover letter when you send out that thing through Indeed. If you're an actor or in any kind of field like that, it's about pushing the envelope, pushing yourself further. Um, in regards to even friendships, it's about really extending your field, okay? Because it seems like the invitations and offers and things are going to be coming to you this week, okay? So make sure that you let people know what your needs are, what you want, and it's going to be coming to you. Okay, last one is our feather people. And if you picked feather, there can be a lot of movement for you too this week. Let's see. Yes, movement and dance. Great. So your reading this week is about movement and definitely moving the energy and dancing and not standing still. So you are a mover and a shaker this week for sure. This is about not standing still, okay, and really knocking down doors and new growth, okay. So don't be stagnant this week. Don't sit around and be a couch potato. This is about actually physically making some movements. It's going to be great for you because when you try something new this week, you're going to grow in leaps and bounds. And this is what this card is talking about, like sprouting forth. So you're knocking down the old, moving forward with the new, but it all has to do with movement. And again, you may not be a dancer, but maybe you like to walk around the block, or maybe you like to hike, or maybe it's just you walking around the mall, but it's movement. So movement is really important. Now, if you have issues with movement and you can't get around as well, there's always things you can do in a chair, like chair yoga or something. It's just about that moving. Okay, so that's about the energy for you. Is going to be great. It's going to open up doors for you this week. Let me just check a little further. Yes, and it's talking about like in the past, you've allowed like negative thinking, or maybe somebody's been negative around you. You may not be the negative thinker, but sometimes, people can be negative. They can be watching the news all the time and just being doom and gloom. And so by you getting up and moving, or even like in a chair moving, you're trying to get rid of that energy, okay? You really want to bring in the light. You really want to bring in that air, that movement. To bring in that movement and that light brings all, the goodness to you. You don't want to get grounded and be down in this energy. You want to really bring in this energy, okay? And that's bringing in the light, that's bringing in the air, that's bringing in the higher energy beings, love, light. You don't want to bring down in the too grounded right now. And so for you, knocking down that tree and bringing new growth is what's good for you. So very different readings this week, but they're all about you being in control and taking control of your field, your energy this week. Okay. So for the first people, remember, do a little clearing, saging, smudging your area, because there's going to be some kind of somebody, missing someone else and moving on, or miscommunication, but it's all good because you can take care of it by just clearing that energy. Okay. The second one is about bragging, promoting, because offers will come to you, and that's also in a way grounding. And then the last one is about the energy of movement and actually physically moving. So it's interesting because there's physical movement, there's emotional movement, a lot of different stuff going on this week for everybody. So thank you so much for watching. Please like if you enjoyed this reading, and comment and let me know how your week goes. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and check out the YouTube Daily Shorts if you get a chance. There's messages there. So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.